I'm down at my little cabin just playing with a couple of things or trying to get a couple things done, and I cranked up this little air conditioner temporarily, and I've got to admit, I hate these things. I think they're just pretty much a total waste of money. I did put in a mini split, but I think it's had a freon leak, so I've got somebody coming to look at it Monday, a whole lot more efficient. This is a 6,000 BTU home room air conditioner, portable, whatever you want to call them. Why do I hate them and think that they're a waste of money? Well, for one thing, it is cooling, so I mean, it is putting out cold air. The problem is, no matter how much cold air it's putting out, it's not cooling this little cabin. Now, this little cabin, let's say we've got 16 foot wide and probably about 20 foot in the room, and it is very well insulated. 6,000 BTU should cool this thing down no problem. I was heating it in the coldest part of winter with a little buddy heater. You know, a 1 or 2 brick little buddy heater made it comfortable in here. What is it about these particular ones that's so bad? Okay. First of all, how does an air conditioner work? If you've got your window unit, you know you got the part outside and the part inside. The part inside sucks in room air, puts it through a coil, cools it down, and ejects it back in the room. So the air is getting circulated, you know, through the inside part of a window unit and getting cooled and cooled and cooled and cooled. The outside part takes outside air, goes through the coil, goes through the little radiator looking thing, pulls the heat out of that and ejects it out. So you've got outside air going through essentially a radiator, pulling the heat out of it and ejecting it. That's where this one messes up. The inside air goes in here through a filter, gets cooled, and comes out here. Not a problem. That works. The outside air goes through this hose and it gets ejected outside. Again, not a problem. I can feel this. It's hot. If I go outside, put my hand out there, there's heat being, you know, removed from the room. It also dehumidifies. Now, in this case, you've got to, since it's all inside, it doesn't drip outside, so you've either got to have a bucket or something for it to contain in, or you got to drill a hole. You got to find some way to get rid of that condensate and the water it's pulling out of the room air. And this thing's been growing for about an hour and a half, and I would probably have to empty that little bucket 3 or 4 times a day if I was down here full time. But here's the problem. If it's ejecting air, where is it getting the air that it puts the heat into and ejects it? Well, it gets it from here. So what that means is it is not only taking room air and cooling it, it's taking room air, heating it, and ejecting it. Well, especially in any room, that air in the room's got to be replaced. Where's it getting that air from? In most older houses, they're just leaky. But this building is extremely airtight. So airtight, I had to put an ERV in for the winter so that the stove would actually work. So I got to crack a window. I don't know if you can hear that. That's air coming in. That's outside air. Outside, hot, humid air is having to be brought in so that it can go in here and be ejected there. Which means I'm not cooling down the air in the room over and over. I'm having to cool outside air in. So this thing's pulling about 1,000 watts, supposedly 6,000 BTU, and it's sucking hot, humid air from the outside into the room to try to cool. I mean, it's like having the air conditioner on in your car going down the highway and the windows open.